Now we're going to start putting together our squares. So when we are putting something together in sewing, most of the time we will sew inside out. So we put the pretty sides together so you can see the ugly side, and we sew it, and then you flip it right side out, okay, because we don't want to see the seams. For the squares, figure out which four you want on which side of your pillow, because there's four squares per side. And then what you're going to do, so I'm just going to show you with these two right here. So this is how I want it to look when it's sewn, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over. So I put the two pretty sides together, okay? And then I'm going to pin it in place. So I'm going to put some pins here, if I can pin it, okay? Okay, so it looks like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this at 5/8 of an inch. That's all I'm going to sew right now. So let's move this to the sewing machine. Okay, so 5/8 of an inch is right about there. Okay, and it's just regular straight stitch. So stitch number 2, the top is 2.5, 2.5, 4, right, the dials. And it's just a regular straight stitch. Okay, nothing fancy. Back stitch. I really need to work on that. Okay, so when this happens, and if you get something stuck, it looks like it's just my tails got stuck in here. Just undo that. Okay, there we go. So, still going at 5/8 of an inch. When we get to a pin, we stop, pull it out. Back stitch at the end. Okay, and then I can trim all these threads, leaving a thread tail for my next sewing project. Okay, so let's bring this up a little bit higher, tilt it that way. Okay, so now you can see, oh, I need to go back and fix that. But that's what it supposed to look like, right? Pretty even. That's where I messed up, but I'll fix that. Then when you open it, that's what it should look like, right? Then you'll go over to the irons, iron this flat. I'm going to flip this way actually. So when you are sewing something, make sure to always press these open. It will make your project lie straighter and flatter. And because this is going to be on the inside of a pillow, no one's going to see it. We don't need to do any seam finishes to it. Okay, so you'll iron it. This is what it should look like when you've sewn two squares together. Okay, so you're going to do that with all of your squares. You're going to pair them up and sew them together so that when you open them up, it looks like you're opening up a book. You have a nice seam right here. It looks really nice and even. So that's the goal.